It's going to get dirty, like reality TV producers taking notes, so everyone better buckle up. A disorganized young physician just exposed a scandal so egregious and blatant that not even the love and hip-hop cameras could document such treachery. And by receipts were dropped, I mean that the jock flung the entire pot, kettle, and burner. Because, guess what? Instead of just spilling the tea, Scrappy was said to have been riding with Kendra, the so-called ride-to-die, the entire time. Indeed, the man who messes up relationships like it's his day is Scrappy. The same Scrappy who consistently insisted that he was just friends with Kendra. But the hotel receipts and leaked messages paint a different picture. Jock is seeking revenge now that the internet is on fire, and Kendra, let's just say may require a public relations firm and a lawyer. Scrappy has gone completely silent. To what extent is this treachery occurring? Which receipts is Jock in possession of? Why is he dropping this bombshell at this particular moment? Let's begin. Period. Leaving the love and hip-hop producers in disbelief as he sat in his barbershop and gave life advice like Steve Harvey. But this is betrayal on a whole new level, like Shakespearean backstabbing with a Gucci belt. It's not just some insignificant reality TV drama. Let's take a little look back. Do you recall when Jock's wife, Kendra Robinson, publicly declared her disapproval of Jock's past? She claimed to be a lawyer and not a moron. In the meantime, Jock appears on every podcast ever to persuade people that he is changed, charming, and all that. But it turns out that Kendra could have had some skeletons of her own while she was busy mocking Jock's bizarre history. Oh, and those skeletons were wearing Lil Scrappy's chenyas. You heard me, Scrappy? While he was supposedly playing family with Kendra behind Jock's back, Scrappy was grieving for Bambi and stating that he wanted his family back. Here's where things get juicy. Sources. And by sources, I mean some really inquisitive folks who have screenshots and say that Jock found out the truth in the worst way possible. Hotel reservations, text conversations, and even some money transfers that suggested Scrappy and Kendra were closer than they actually were purportedly obtained by Joker. Money transfers are like leaving your fingerprints at the murder scene in the world of celebrity scandals. As you are all aware, but let's exchange a few cordial messages. Seem to be insulting on a whole new level. I have no regrets. You know, you were constantly aware of my heart's whereabouts. Please pardon me, Scrappy. We're talking about hearts and regret today. After you spent the entire previous season wailing about how badly you wanted Bambi back, what a professional blunderer this dude is. Things worsen. Kendra might as well pack her lawyer because another message allegedly said, "I hate sneaking around like..." We deserve to be happy sneaking around at this point. The absurd thing is that the Jock wasn't even out here acting as a detective, let alone looking for this. The narrative goes that he received these receipts anonymously. Imagine attempting to manage your little barbershop on a daily basis. When you suddenly receive screenshots of your wife and your buddy acting as though they are in a situationship from a random number, who sent the receipts is now the actual question. One thing about Hollywood drama that we are aware of is that leaks. Don't you already know that there are rumors circulating that Bambi may be involved? But we could spend all day trying to figure out who it was. In other words, someone had enough to expose Kendra and Scrappy if they were really out there being cunning, and someone close to them knew and disapproved. Someone wanted Juke to know. Someone wanted to be made public. And you know what that means? There is a snitch in the team. This may have happened by accident. Before she left, Bambi played left and right. Who else would have access to Scrappy's texts? And who else would be selfish enough to make sure that this garbage was returned to Jockey in the most degrading way possible? I'm not saying she leaked it, but I'm also not saying it because, let's face it, although Bambi has been telling us that Scrappy was a regular line stepper, it is absurd. If this is accurate, Scrappy was acting as an undercover lover in addition to ruining marriage. In Jock's marriage as well, but Jock is unique, you see. Let's deal with this privately because he's not one of these quiet people. No, Jock is petty. Do you recall the last time he made Kendra seem foolish on national television? Well, sweetie, if you believe that, you're not ready for what he just did since Jock went right to the internet rather than keeping this information to himself or crying about it in private. I want you to understand now how crazy the celebrity world is. Usually you file a case when you discover your spouse is cheating. Jock decided on violence because within hours of acquiring those receipts, he went live on Instagram, went on his podcast, and started revealing the information as though he was being paid per view. Better Instagram posts? Move on. He was laughing, making jokes, and simply dragging the two of them. He wasn't even attempting to be sophisticated about it. At one time, Jock commented, "I was wondering why my wife was always so invested in Scrappy's love life. Like, was a damn girl a PRR team or something? Come on." When Jock learned that she was only keeping an eye on her personal situation, he went one step farther. In addition to attacking Kendra and Scrappy, he advised the entire business to keep him off the group chat if they had secrets. Now he's holding the whole hip-hop community hostage, darling. He said, "You guys better stop playing with me. I have enough receipts to make love, hip-hop, hop cancel themselves. Keep running your mouths and I must start dropping them." This problem begins with Jock's declaration that he has time today. Simply wait to find out what Scrappy did next. Social media was in a frenzy after young Jock revealed the shocking information, as everyone attempted to determine the true extent of this scandal. Every group chat, Instagram comment area, and gossip blog was ablaze. People initially thought it was a love and hip-hop hoax or some kind of orchestrated drama for ratings. But it was real, and the Jock's movements showed that. He was out for blood, not clout. Now let's discuss Lil Scrappy. This man was scurrying around. When caught in a situation like this, most people either keep quiet, let the drama play out, or act like victims and pretend that they're being obligated to come clean, apologize, and hope that will move on. But no, Scrappy made the worst decision imaginable. He continued to lie as if we hadn't already seen the invoices, rather than clearing his name. Late at night, Scrappy Hops appeared stressed on Instagram, pacing back and forth, massaging his head, and taking off his shirt as though he had just found out that his automobile had. Here's the quintessential "you believe anything" defense. Sir, man, anything, bro? Like real talk? You just run with whatever the internet tells you. That's crazy. The athlete produced receipts, transfers, and hotel reservations. And this isn't just a speculative Twitter rumor. We've been through too much for him to be out here spreading lies. "I would never do anything like that to him," Scrappy said. But he wasn't done yet. The truth is that Scrappy has a history of problematic relationships. Do you recall when Bambi called him out on his constant infidelity? This is the same man that was bouncing like he was in a relay race between Bambi, Shay Johnson, and Erica Dixon. To be clear, Scrappy could have been in a bad place or something. Instead, he attempted to deceive the entire internet into believing that no one was paying attention, was denying everything out here, and someone else was getting ready to spill even more tea. Whose retaliation was it? Today, Bambi decided she had time. She had already spoken out about Scrappy's treatment of her and cleansed her hands of him, but she had been silent. Real dagger men like to act naive when caught. But believe me, nobody is fabricating anything or lying to you. Own it, stand on it, and if you did it, it's just confirmed everything. And now his own ex-wife is co-signing the drama in addition to the Jock exposing him. If things get worse, Kendra will eventually speak. Kendra Robinson had been totally silent up until this point. No posts, interviews, or anything, but a public relations staff must intervene when a crisis gets too huge to ignore. So Kendra eventually made a statement. She denied it. "Did you apologize? I am not engaging in rumors, gossip, or misinformation. My marriage is my business, and I will not allow outside noise to dictate my truth." Thank you, girl. That was the most well-reasoned, lawyer-proved remark she has ever made. Goodbye. as everyone is aware, when someone states, "I am not engaging in rumors," it indicates that the rumors are real and that she learned about them on the internet. When she remarked, "You did it," and went, "You fumbled your entire marriage for a scrappy jock?" She was being pulled down by the Shade Room, Twitter, TikTok, and other platforms. The hardest moment was when Kendra was out there attempting to stop the damage and win the young jockeys. Final affection. Jockey shared a video of himself laughing on Instagram without a caption, writing, "Sitting back, sipping my tea, and watching the circus." And honestly, Scrappy was apprehended, Kendra was being dragged, and Bambi was laughing her way to the bank after Bambi made fun of her for lying. Because of trust, Jockey is simply watching to see how much worse things become. Don't worry, it's not over yet. As Kendra avoids gunfire, Bambi drinks tea and Scrappy drowns. The internet is going nuts. But guess what? Young Jock chose to go nuclear right when we believed the scandal had reached its zenith, so the disaster isn't finished yet. The Jock had been letting Scrappy dig his own grave up until this point by being calm and posting jokes and hints on Instagram. But in his Instagram live tirade, Scrappy made a huge mistake when he said, "Man, you all love drama. You all love tearing people down. You guys pretend to understand what's happening, but you don't really understand it. I don't need to defend myself, and if Jock was upset earlier, it was because of Jock is a man who knows much too much to be just a random guy talking with his lips." Let's just say that Jock let loose as he took the mic and appeared on his radio show that evening. To be clear, I didn't say anything that wasn't true, but it's amazing how men act like victims when they are exposed. Let's discuss it. What about the previous times you were out here acting carelessly? Let's talk about how you were crying when Bambi left you in my direct messages. Scrappy had no way out of the one, and there were receipts upon receipts. My gosh. If I were lying, why did you call me right after I said it? Why do you text me about we need to chat if innocent, innocent? Jock then performed the ultimate power maneuver. Cutting in 4K after he finished, the internet went crazy. And the hashtags #Scrappy exposed, #J said what he said, #Bambi was right to start trending memes. Videos of Scrappy's past hip-hop fights and love affairs were shared with comments like, "Bro, you had all this energy for a hot dude, sob quiet. Yo quiet." Even celebrities started reacting. Susanna tweeted, "Ain't Noah Scrappy got caught like this. LM Charleston White. You all know he had to say something. You came here asking for him after he went live discussing Scrappy. Son, you've made too many mistakes. Find a place to sit." Doubled down at this point because Bambi had already told the world that Scrappy was lying, but she had to say one last thing when Jockey revealed those text messages. This time, she went live again, feeling as carefree as ever with her hair and nails done. And she scrolled through her phone while drinking a drink, allowing the comments to fly. After 2 minutes of silence, she said, "Ladies, this is who's got to embarrass himself because she trusts me. He will." Boom always does this when she takes the mic. After all of this chaos, we had to ask who really won. Scrappy lost badly after being caught cheating with Kendra. He was ridiculed by his ex-wife, and his best friend lost all credibility when he attempted to gaslight the internet. Kendra was dragged for cheating with Scrappy and lost her reputation as a lawyer with integrity. Their role was to sit there while the Jock got the last laugh and Bambi got the last period. The biggest winner, young Busy.K, didn't just expose Scrappy, he ruined him. What's even more bizarre is that he had to apologize because, let's face it, this scandal won't be forgotten anytime soon. Word for word, when trying to prove that she was right about Scrappy all along. She left looking unconcerned, booked, and busy. But now, whenever he goes live, like when Kendra does, people will comment on his posts, asking Jock to be honest, and when Bambi posts, they'll say things like, "Girl, you dodged a bullet." And for Kendra, you better lay low for a while because once the internet turns on you, there's no going back. Let's give credit where credit is due though. because Jock played flawlessly, waiting for the right moment, speaking the facts only, and then just sitting back and letting Scrappy ruin himself. In the end, the truth always comes out. And the only question now is, who is going to, if this drama has taught us anything? It is that these reality stars are messy, and the internet will always be watching the last few. This drama was crazy, but tell me, do you think Scrappy will ever move on this, or will her reputation be permanently damaged? What about Kendra? Should Jock take her back, or is it over? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. I know you have something to say. Additionally, if you want to be informed about all the latest exclusive celebrity drama, tea, and jaw-dropping scandals, click the like button and subscribe on those notifications that you would rather not. Don't miss what comes next.